The legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni just took another turn, now involving the removal of PR consultant Jed Wallace and a postponed deposition scheduled for July 31st for the It Ends With Us lawsuit. On July 11th, Lively requested a protective order to ensure her deposition takes place in a private, undisclosed location with no cameras, no social media influencers, and full transparency about who will be present. Her team also asked for an advance list of attendees. They argued that Baldoni's side has a track record of courting media attention and could easily turn the deposition into a spectacle. On July 13th, Baldoni's lawyers pushed back, accusing Lively of using her celebrity status to manipulate the process. They described her request as a foot-stomping tantrum and argued that letting her choose the venue would unfairly shift the balance in her favor. Judge Louis J. Lyman has now ruled in Lively's favor. The protective order grants her the right to select the location. Baldoni's team must provide tech support and access to case documents, and they are required to submit a vetted attendee list by July 15th. The setting must remain private, with no media, cameras, or outside guests allowed. The structure is designed to keep the deposition focused and confidential. Judge Lyman also ruled that PR specialist Jed Wallace and his firm, whom Lively had accused of orchestrating a smear campaign, are now dismissed from the lawsuit due to lack of jurisdiction. His removal also led to the postponement of the deposition to July 31st, giving both sides time to adjust to the updated complaint. This legal conflict dates back to December 2024, when Lively accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and retaliation during the filming of It Ends With Us. In January 2025, Baldoni countersued for $400 million, alleging defamation and extortion. A judge dismissed his countersuit in June. Baldoni has made headlines throughout the process. In May, he publicly floated the idea of holding Lively's deposition at Madison Square Garden, with ticket proceeds going to charity. Lively's legal team called the proposal inappropriate and an attempt to turn serious legal proceedings into theater. With the court now backing her right to a secure and controlled deposition, Lively's lawyers say the ruling affirms that her claims deserve to be heard with the seriousness they warrant. They maintain that Baldoni's side has attempted to undermine her credibility through distraction and spectacle, and Lively is still expected to testify when the case goes to trial in March 2026. But the legal sparring isn't over. Baldoni's attorneys are pushing back again, insisting they are entitled to fairness and transparency. They are expected to raise new objections ahead of the July 15th deadline and may seek a judicial review of the protective order. This moment matters because depositions shape how juries perceive the people behind the claims. The structure, tone, and participants influence how clearly someone can tell their side of the story. A more focused setting may help Lively, but Baldoni's team believes their ability to challenge her effectively may be limited. Outside the courtroom, another trial has been unfolding across social media. Since the film adaptation of It Ends With Us was announced, Lively has faced waves of online backlash. Early casting reactions, leaked set photos, and TikTok commentary turned her involvement into a constant source of ridicule even before the trailer was released. But as the legal proceedings come into focus, some are beginning to question the tone and scale of the criticism. Commentators have pointed out that this may be a case study in how internet hate campaigns can shape public perception, especially when directed at women in high-profile roles. What happens in the courtroom will be decided by evidence and legal process, but what happens outside of it depends on who controls the narrative. The conversation is no longer just about one lawsuit or one adaptation. It's about whether public opinion can allow space for a story to be told before making up its mind. And while the July 17th deposition has now been postponed, the question isn't just what Blake Lively will say. It's whether people are ready to actually listen.